Hey there, rough day? Well, could be worse. Imagine living in a world without modern anesthetics. Today, you're diving into the strange world of surgery before the age of medicine as we know it. And let's be honest, once you go far enough back, the line between surgery and flat-out mutilation gets a little blurry. So for the sake of this journey, consider surgery as any kind of bodily fixing someone tried to do, whether to heal a wound or cure an illness. Ready? Let's begin. The first recorded surgery? Welcome to 6500 BC. Say hello to trepanning, which is a fancy word for drilling a hole into someone's skull using, well, a rock. Maybe a rock on a stick if you were lucky. As wild as it sounds, there was genuine care in how it was done. It wasn't just random injury. In fact, many of the skulls show signs of healing, which means people actually survived and went on with their lives. Seems unbelievable, right? Like no way that many people had rocks taken to their heads on purpose. But here's the kicker. Archaeologists have found over 1,500 trepanned skulls across the world, from Europe to China to the Americas. That's 5 to 10% of all Neolithic skulls we've dug up. So, believe it or not, back in the late Stone Age, the chances of getting your skull scraped open were higher than someone in modern-day America being born a redhead. Why did so many undergo this? No one knows for sure, but the most common guess is they were trying to let out evil spirits. Yeah, because back then, demonic possession was a bit of a health epidemic. You can't make this up. Now let's jump to 600 BC to ancient India, where a man named Maharshi Sushruta was way ahead of his time. He wrote a medical text, the Sushruta Samhita, and inside it, the first recorded rhinoplasty, aka a nose job. How's it done? First, get the patient good and plastered. Then use a leaf to measure the part of the nose that needs fixing. Next, cut a matching flap of skin from the patient's cheek or forehead, but leave one edge attached, or you'll end up with a lump of dead meat. Rub the spot on the face raw. Insert plant stalks into the nostrils to keep the shape, then stitch on the new skin. Dust it with licorice powder, because ancient wisdom. Cover it with cotton and keep it soaked in sesame oil. And voila, brand new nose. Sort of. Still not winning any beauty pageants, but hey, it's something. Now fast forward to 10th century Spain. Meet Sancho I of Leon, better known as Sancho the Fat. In medieval times, being a little plump was considered royal. Sancho? He was so heavy, he broke horses. Eventually, the kingdom told him, "Look, your majesty, you're too big to be king, literally." So he sought help from a brilliant physician named Hasdai ibn Shaprut. Modern-day solutions like lap bands or gastric balloons didn't exist. What did Dr. Shaprut do? He stitched Sancho's lips shut. Yes, that happened. Sancho could only eat a special herbal slurry through a straw called al-raqiq, which even had opium in it. Over time, he lost half his body weight and even returned to the throne. Call it the first medieval detox plan. Effective? Yes. Extreme? Definitely. Okay, now for the part that everyone seems to love, eye stuff. If eyeball content makes you squirm, this is your warning. Let's talk cataract surgery. Believe it or not, Sushruta, remember him, also described the earliest known cataract treatment called couching. What's couching, you ask? Take a sharp stick or thorn and jab it into someone's eye at just the right angle to knock the cloudy lens out of the way. No sedatives, no lasers, no numbing agents. Just an eyeball, a stick, and a prayer. Most of the time, it didn't work. Shocking, right? At best, the patient was left partially functional. At worst? Well, let's just say you're not reading anything again. A more refined version came later, suctioning the lens out entirely. This 10th century technique involved slicing the eye open, inserting a hollow needle, and having someone with lungs of steel suck out the lens. Basically the worst magic trick ever. Believe it or not, this method worked better than couching. So yeah, somewhere out there in history, someone actually sucked an eyeball's lens through a straw. Thankfully, modern medicine has evolved, and now you get to sleep peacefully knowing you'll probably never need a demon drilled out of your skull or your lips sewn shut to get back into shape. Now, just a quick reminder, don't try any of this at home. Seriously. But if you do, at least film it. The internet's got to see that. Till next time, stay curious, stay safe, And thank modern science for keeping pointy rocks away from your skull.